Hello, Lorinda Carr here for Daily Vibe Check. It is Friday, April 2nd, and I thought we'd do a weekend reading. See what Spirit wants us to know about the upcoming weekend. What we need to know for our greatest and highest good. It's Easter weekend also. Okay, guess we're going to go with that one. Okay. So I'll do a little bit longer reading today. All right. Okay. So let's see. What is... Let's see what Oracle card goes with these. Okay, so I'm going to do a 5-card. I did a 5-card draw. That's a past, present, situation, advice, and the outcome if you take the advice. And love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So this is kind of where our energy is focused. Okay. So in the recent past, we have the High Priestess, one of my favorite cards. It's so beautiful. And it is all about intuition, piercing the veil, or being able to see beyond the veil. And then in the present, we've got the World. And this is ending an ending, ending a cycle or ending. It is the last card in the Major Arcana. So it's something that's coming to a conclusion. And once that comes to conclusion, then you get ready to move into a new phase. So now the situation is justice reversed. So it's a sense of injustice or something that's not fair. Maybe either you're not being treated fairly, or maybe you're not treating someone fairly. Or maybe if there's a court decision, but it's the weekend, so really that's not the case. But okay, so then the King of Wands is the advice. So the advice is basically saying you got to take leadership. You want to be, the wands are fiery. You see the lion back there in the back. And to me, that represents Leo, which is fire, passionate, me. Okay. I'm just kidding. But there's a sense of strong leadership it's also, passion, someone who's passionate, but not necessarily overdoing it. But the outcome, though, is the 5 of Cups. So I'm a little baffled by this, because this is mourning the loss of something, but it also can be a call to say, just because you've lost, you've got a couple things that have spilled in front of you, or, you've lost a couple of things, just don't forget to turn around behind you, because you've got a great support system, and don't forget about the things that you do have. So even in mourning something, mourning the loss of something, it's important to realize what you do have. So, and then, going back to our Oracle card, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So I think that goes right hand in hand with this 5 of Cups energy. Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. So the situation being justice reversed. It's that sense of imbalance, not being treated fairly. And maybe this is a feeling that you're having. Maybe this is an actual situation you're going through. Maybe this is a relationship with someone and in the past, something was revealed, something was uncovered, or there was a feeling of something, it's saying, something's going to happen. I don't know what it is. I just have a really weird feeling. And in the present, it's that World card, which is ending, something coming to an end. It's that sense of being done with something and moving through into that new phase. And the tarot is challenging us to, in this situation, as something is coming to us and going, oh my gosh, it's the realization, like what am I, you're seeing things as they are in real time and in real life, and you're seeing something come to an end and it doesn't feel fair. Maybe you just feel like something doesn't feel fair. The advice is put on your big girl panties and ground yourself and find the leadership skills to move forward, and with confidence. And yeah, you might be mourning the loss of something, might be mourning the loss of something that's coming through to an end through this world, but it's also a call to action to say, yeah, I might be losing this, but look how much I have still. I'm trying to think of an example. So let's see. So maybe it was it. So say I have a client. Okay. So I've got a client that may be like a regular client, but I just know that something's not right. It's something like they seem to be pulling away, or they're not returning my messages, and it could feel like and it comes to an end, like that my time helping that person has come to an end. And it may not feel fair because you feel like, I feel like I've done them a good job for them, or but really what I really need to do is not worry about that, not get hung up on that. I need to step up and say, okay, I may have lost that person, but they have to go on their own journey. It's time for them to go on their own journey. And while I might be upset and sad that I lost them as a client, look at all the other amazing clients that I have. And it's like that sense of finding positive even within the loss. So it's if you feel like there's something that is ending, or that you've felt coming for a while, and you've known it's been coming your way for a while, and it finally does end, and you're like, oh, this just doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem, or it just makes you sad. And it's just the tarot saying, spirit saying that they want you to move through that and say, blessings to you, my past life. Let's move forward. Let's get a little bit of clarification. I am freezing. Well, it's cold outside, but it's usually warmer. It's warm in my house, so I'm not sure. That tells me there's a ghost here. That tells me there's I have a really strong sense of spirit right here, because I am freezing. So let's do. I'm gonna pull a couple cards here for some clarification on this. Okay, so situation interesting with the Justice reversed card, the King of Pentacles reversed comes up. And maybe this feels like someone's taking, stealing from you, and that, because that's actually this both of these cards individually can actually mean somebody stealing something from you, taking something from you. And this tells me physical, not just like in a physical capacity, like financially. And this is the situation card. The advice, though, right along with this leadership, step into your leadership, step into that role, is the Hanged Man. So this is a challenge to see things from a different perspective, but also don't jump in, don't be reactive necessarily, like in a way that could hurt you later. And by doing that, by taking the time to see things from a different perspective, kind of hanging back, and waiting before you just jump in at something, it's going to actually make you stronger. You get strength. And listen for that divine guidance, and know that the Spirit's with you. So it sounds like we might have a bit of a challenge this weekend, but I feel like Spirit wants us to understand that this is part of a bigger lesson, is what they're telling me right now. That while we feel like something is not fair and it's not right, we knew it was coming. We just didn't know how to feel it or see it. We knew something was coming. And saying, and they're also saying, observe, don't just react in emotion, and saying stay grounded, make choices based on taking the time to evaluate the situation, see it from someone else's perspective, see it from a perspective of, this might feel bad, but how can I see it from a different way to find the positives? And by doing that, you're going to end up stronger in the end. So, okay. So there you go. I hope this reading finds you well, and that you do have a fantastic weekend and a wonderful Easter. I think it's here in Indiana. It's supposed to be nice. Thank goodness. And I hope that that you get to spend some good quality time with maybe your, people in your life, and just be safe. Yeah, be safe. I know I'm getting my vaccine today, so hopefully all goes well. And blessings to all of you. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Comment. Would love to hear your thoughts. I'm also very open to criticism, so if there's something you don't like, that's fine as well. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about more often, or any suggestions, feel free to let me know. Always open to improvement and growth. So have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you Monday. Bye.